Hello and a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the Bodhi Trick. If the reading makes sense to you and if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel and also please drop a like. That way it will encourage me to make more videos. So this particular video that I'm doing is about the Saturn retrograde. Saturn has gone retro on the 4th of June and in the sign of Aquarius. A lot of astrologers connect various planets to luck and stuff like that. Sometimes some people say it is Venus that actually holds the key to luck and things. There are people who say it's Rahu, then there are people who say it's Jupiter. But the thing is, Saturn also plays a very important role, in order to dissolve your karmas and also in order to teach the lessons. Okay, so whenever a person has Rahu Dasha or whenever a person goes through Rahu Mahadasha, whatever he gains, right, in the Dasha, at the end of the Dasha, he ends up losing everything. Okay, that is what it is said. Along with that, he gives you lessons, certain lessons. But when it comes to Shani or Saturn, whatever you earn during the Dasha is not lost. Okay, so you will get to keep whatever you have earned. At the same time, you also will learn a lot of lessons and a lot of transformation will happen during the Saturn Dasha or wherever Saturn plays a very a major role, right? So like I told you, this Saturn retrograde that has happened on the 4th of June, it is definitely going to bring in a lot of lessons, and also it is going to affect different zodiacs. So this particular reading that I'm doing, in this I'm going to see as to how will it affect everybody as a collective, okay, or as a whole, and what are the lessons that we're supposed to learn, and what is the advice for us, or how do we deal with it. And one more thing I forgot to tell you is the Saturn has gone retro on June 4th. Okay, he will stay so until October 23rd. Okay, so this whole period which is there of about 141 days is like a major challenge. Okay, so it's like some major transformations will happen, sorry. So let us see how is it going to affect everybody of us, that is everybody on the whole, and how do we deal with it, or what are the lessons that we're supposed to learn. Oh, okay. Since I had jumpers, let me just pick them. 1 second. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's do our reading. This particular reading is actually giving me a thought that there will be a lot of fatigue, there will be a lot of exhaustion that will happen for people, okay, especially when it comes to the investment part, or if at all you have invested in something, the benefits that you're going to gain, okay, or the benefits that you're going to reap will be very small, okay, and this whole process of you reaping the benefit is going to be very exhausting for you, okay. And one more thing is, you might feel physically very exhausted, emotionally also very exhausted. You might also feel very burdenous, especially at your workplace. And the creativity which is there might also take a huge toll. For example, if you are a person who is connected with creativity, or somebody who has to use their creativity in order to get their things done, things might not go that very smooth with you. Okay, so it might like sort of test your patience. It might also test your skills. And again, like I told you, this whole process is going to take a very huge toll. And if you are in a relationship, there might be misunderstandings, and there might be scenarios wherein you might tend to take decisions in a spur. Okay, or you might take decisions impulsively. So you really need to sort of stay grounded and stay a bit calm. If you are a person who has been planning to do things, and if at all you have plans of expanding your business, if you have plans of especially you're expanding your business abroad and stuff like that, it might not happen very easily, because there might be issues in balancing things. Okay, and also if you're planning to move abroad, or if you are planning to shift abroad, that might not happen. Or if you're planning to settle abroad, that might not happen in this particular period. And there might be times wherein things might be too good to be true. Okay, so before taking decisions, you really need to sort of test things, be super cautious. Okay, and then go ahead. And one more thing is, if you are a person who is sort of not very spiritual, this is the time wherein you might have to start doing something. It could be like meditation, it could be like praying to God, it could be anything, or to connecting to your own self, or taking some time out for yourself. So you really need to start doing some sort of spirituality. The reason being, this whole the retro period that I spoke of, you might feel that you might feel this sense of void. You might feel very disappointed. Though there are no major complications in your life, you still might feel very void. You still might feel very, very, very disappointed. And the reason might be because things might not go as per your plan. Yeah. And one more thing is there might be a lot of delays. Okay, and like I told you, there might also be scenarios wherein you might over worry a lot, you might over imagine things. The problem doesn't exist at all in the first place, but then your imagination might be such that it might make you more worried. Okay, so. And one more thing is, in this particular period, what you could do is, instead of planning things and, instead of hurrying things and instead of losing your patience, what you could do is, you could nurture whatever you have. Okay, for example, if you have some amount of money and if you're looking for investment, this is probably not the right time for you to invest. Okay, so instead what you could do is, you could take some time off and you could study the market, and you could build more on that money. Okay, so increase that amount of money, and maybe you could start your investing after the retro is over. Yeah, and the advice for this particular retro is, first is, you can make plans. Okay, but do not make any decisions. This is probably not the right time. The second advice is, please try to be more spiritual, more honest. The third thing is, there'll be a lot of exhaustion. Okay, so and also there'll be a lot of stress. You also will feel like there's a lack of creativity, and you will have this blocks. So please rest well. Yeah, and whatever decisions you take, you might not have a clarity in that. Okay, so like I said, so it's really not a great time for you to make decisions. Instead, you could go ahead and do some plans. Yeah, and also things might be way too good to be true. So please be cautious, test things. Okay, look for signs and then go ahead. And if you already have an existing skill, or if you already have an existing plan, build more on that. Okay, and one more thing, if at all you're worried about your health, okay, or if at all you're thinking about your health or something, I would say please concentrate more on your health, because there are a lot of chances that you might end up getting sick. Okay, so this is the time to take some time off from all the existing conditions, take a lot of rest, okay, and pray more. You could also do some spiritual practice. It could be anything. It could be meditating, it could be prayers, it could be anything. Yeah. And one more thing, a small word of advice. Yeah. The thing is, Saturn is the lord of karma. He is the keeper of the divine justice. So there are times wherein we get tempted to mistreat somebody. Just because somebody has been very mean to us, we at times want to mistreat them, okay? Or just because somebody else is helpless, we want to mistreat them. If at all there is such a scenario, please don't ever do it, okay? Though you have the power to mistreat somebody, please do not do it. So basically these are like the test that Saturn comes up with. And if you remain victorious, or if you don't treat that person in a bad way, that means you have won the test. Yeah. So this is about the Saturn retrograde, okay, which is happening from June 4th to October 23rd. So I hope you like the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and please do like the video, and also please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.